Hey traders, it's the Bad Day Trader here. Gonna do a recap of today, Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. So basically, yesterday we had a nice downtrend with some range extensions. And then towards the end of the day, we had this late day rally, probably your short squeeze, people getting stopped out, profit taking as well. And then we come into the open here, and this is what we're looking at. We're looking at the market breaking above the weekly VWAP, back testing it, and then getting some strength off of it as well. So at this point, keep in mind that we do have this gap up here. We didn't close, so that's very important for the day because that is a target you should be trying to trade to and trade to see the gap close. If the market decides to start showing bearish signs, then of course we're gonna trade to retest this bottom and then possibly break that. But as of right now, we're looking for longs. That's the trend. That's the momentum we're seeing in the open. So here's the open here. And you can see that we had a strong run at this high, a decent amount of pullback to the 20 SMA, and we're pulling back to the round number. So that's where I decided to place my trade at the round number. So I had my stop behind it, keep some safety. And the goal was to trade to this round number, but since this pivot is pretty close to this round number, any meaningful break would possibly pop that round number as well. And ideally, we're looking for the second round number up there, 18,300. Just to get up there, we're going to continue this trend as well as closing this gap. So that was the idea. Of course, trading doesn't always go to plan, and your emotions and you want to lock in points. So I took a trade for 75 points, but even though 75 points is a lot of points, it's not the target or the amount of points that I should have been holding for, because this market is very large scale at the moment. The volatility and speed of it is very slow, but there's still large moves happening. So yeah, so we get up there pretty easy to the round number almost. So that's the goal. I mean, we did hit the round number here. That was the first target, and then possibly second target up there. And then we get our first pullback from this run up, breaking these pivots here and breaking the round number. We pull back to the other round number, 18.2. And this was a good opportunity for long. I didn't take it. So, and that goes straight from round number to round number, round number to round number. If you hold this one for 200 points, it's not hard to do. Just I have some leftover fear from last week, or the past couple of weeks, that the volatility has been extra crazy. So definitely going to be trying to take these trades more often, and yeah, try to take a round number to round number. So pivot to pivot, essentially. So we have a few trades as well. If you weren't in this one, you have this secondary trade right here. So there's a pivot there, retraces from, and then we break that pivot, and these shallow pullbacks are forming right on top of this pivot, giving us a shelf that I was very interested in, because we basically started to build the shelf. We poke our heads, a quick retest, and then we go straight to the round number with another shallow pullback as well here. So if you're looking for those trades, shallow pullback trades are great on a shelf after it breaks something, acceleration, and we're headed towards the round number as the target. So easy peasy, reading the market like a book. Not too hard, just wait for deeper pullbacks, shallow pullbacks, and round numbers to possibly enter and exit. So we have a shelf forming here, and we get a retest to that here. So if you're kind of waiting for the market to give you a sign that it's going to hold, let's see what happens. We're just pulling back to the shelf there, retest. So break and then retest, and then retest there, gives you a nice strong run up. It hasn't broken the high yet, so let's mark that out. And it is testing the round number as well. and then we get another pivot here, kind of a retest, could be a higher low. If you're looking for that one, just make sure that you have your stop behind the area and at least one pivot there. And then we get another retracement deeper into the area, still not breaking this shelf, this area that it's forming for us, and hasn't broken a pivot yet. So that's even better entry there. And we're just waiting for the market to break this pivot, or actually break this round number and these pivots at the same time, so we can go ahead and test the gap up here and possibly tap the monthly VWAP there, coinciding with the gap. And see what we get. We get a straight, we'll push through the round number and breaking these two gaps there, and we get a shallow pullback, which I entered. Same idea as this one, these pivots here, even this shallow pullback there, where we accelerate, break some pivots, and gives us a quick shallow pullback, and then another extension, and then here pulls back, breaks the last pivot formed, and a quick shallow pullback trade for an extension. Same idea here, a push to break some pivots, acceleration, a quick pullback, and a shallow pullback trade there, and it's out the round number, so you can hide behind the round number and keep a tight stop. And you should be, well, I should have been targeting this round number, closing the gap, at least tap the edge of the gap, and possibly fill it all the way to the monthly view up there. So let's see what we get with this shallow pullback trade. It goes, works out for a bit, comes back deeper. Still hasn't really broken anything, so we're not looking for shorts. No matter if it comes back here, we'll still maybe play some defense. And I was looking for another entry there. I liked the way that it came back and still was holding this shelf. It did look momentarily scary. The pullback had some strength to it, but I would have backed it up somewhere at the outer band or the 200 SMA. And if it would have stopped me out, well, then it would have stopped me out. But yeah, I was looking for a trade there to maybe hold one for the close of the gap and maybe get out one as soon as we make another high. So that was the plan there, but wasn't able to really get in there. So once we kind of broke this, I did get out a little too early. I should have held with this acceleration here. You can tell these pivots were forming, almost looked like it wanted to go vertical and parabolic straight to the gap, but took some points out there with the shallow pullback trade. Not bad. And breaks right above, so breaks above this pivot. Quick back test of that pivot right here. So back testing and then holding these shallow pullbacks. I was kind of looking for a re-entry, but I was kind of also looking for a deeper pullback as well. So both trades are viable, but since I was in here earlier, kind of don't want to play late as well. So that trade works out. So same ideas that's been going on pretty much all day, either building shelves, breaking pivots, and then giving you a quick opportunity on a shallow pullback, and then giving you an extension and then deeper pullback. So this trade here has been playing out all day, where it breaks the pivot, the previous pivot, gives you a quick pullback there, and then gives you an extension or another leg extension upwards. So this trade I was looking at and potentially was going to take, but decided not to. This trade here is the trade that I should have held. And yeah, so some of them do slip by me. Some I catch can be perfect, but I do see them and I mark them out. So yeah, quick shallow pullback trade works out for you right there. And then let's see, so we're starting to kind of slow down here. You can see these cluster pivots here, so slowing down. So something's about to give, whether it's going to pop to the upside or downside. It starts to become a little 50-50 here. So we'll see what the market does. There's a slight tilt to this cluster though, so keep that in mind. and then we get a pop down. You can see buyer stepped in to try to pop it back up, but sellers were right there creating us a little wall. And we'll see what we get. We get a deeper pullback, and we're pretty much back at this base here where it broke out of quick back test, and pretty much the same sequence has been going on. So let me show you. So break above, quick shallow pullback retest, and then extension, and then it gives you another retest of the base, and then goes. Same thing here where it breaks out, quick retest of the breakout, extension, and then this one doesn't go as far as the base, but you do get a pullback, and then you get another run, a retest of the broken pivot, and then extension, quick retest of the base, and then goes. This one just had and ends up having multiple retests of the base before it goes. Same thing here, a break of the pivot, quick retest of the broken pivot, extension, then deeper pullback, retest of the base. So same sequence that we are looking at here with the broken pivot, quick retest, extension, retest of the base, except this one doesn't work out. So comes back deeper, but it does hold this the shelf below it. So usually the market does that where it'll break one shelf but holds the one right beneath it or above it. So it breaks one shelf but it holds the one behind it. So it's a common thing the market does, especially since these shelves are pretty close to each other. So this is a great place to trade, holding the shelf right behind it. And then we get a lot of strength to the upside here. Maybe some type of news. The bars look a little different, right? So you can tell that this whole thing looks out of place from what's been happening all day. So clearly some news or someone said something. Either way, this is a good trade here, and we go straight to the target that we've been looking at all day, which is the gap close and a test of the monthly VWAP there. So pretty much at this point, the goal or the objective of the day has been met, has been completed. So we are either gonna have to look for a new idea, a new goal, and we'll see what the market gives us after this strong run up. Maybe we'll get some continuation to the upside here and maybe tap this other round number that's right above 18,500. So we get a strong run up, some shallow pullbacks, and they pull back to the round number there, and they're giving us higher low pivots. And it's basically just a alternative pullback where it gives you a run and then a base or a box and then goes on a shallow pullback here. So same thing. So run, shallow pullback, builds a box, and then you should be expecting this to give you at least some extra points there, considering the bullishness we just seen here. So we're expecting it to at least go to the round number or pretty close to it. And then the market does that with some same sequence that we've been looking at all day. A break of a previous pivot here. Let me clean my chart up before I explain this. So break of the pivot here. So this pivot gets broken. A quick shallow pullback retest, and then we get another extension. And then, so with that being said, we could be looking for the other half of the sequence that it gives us a deeper pullback retest of the base, and we could be looking to go long and maybe another extension higher. The trend has been going on since yesterday, but we're still kind of keeping our ideas systematic. So this trade here has been playing out all day, so why not just take it, even though it's sort of late in the game. And then we get a quick retest of the base there, and then there's the entry if you're looking for that. And we'll see what we get. This one doesn't work out, that's fine. You should be looking for that trade anyways. At least enter here if you're looking for some confirmation. This could have easily continued to run, but it didn't, so I decided to retest the break of our monthly VWAP there. So it breaks the monthly VWAP there, which is this blue line there. A quick retest, and maybe we'll get a retest of the top. You know, just rolling with the flow, which is the momentum is up. So rolling with the momentum and looking for this long possibly to retest as well. And you can kind of consider it the same thing that happened here, where it built us this base here, and so it broke the first base, and well, the first edge, and it holds the second edge. So break a first base, hold the second base, and maybe we'll get a continuation. So the trade is the same one that happened here, where it broke the first base, comes back to the second and holds, and we get a strong run. So maybe that's what we're looking for there. So we get a retest pretty much of the highs with that test there. So you do have management options if you see that this strength is coming right back at you. I did decide to take a long there at the first base that it created here. So once it kind of reclaimed the base, I took a quick short there. Didn't get much, decided to pull it. I think news was coming out or something. I didn't like the strength that was coming right back at me, but it did work out for me for about 45 points. If you took the one that's on the second base here, a quick 60 points for a retest. So it did retest the top, and then we see a strong rejection down. So at this point, with the strong rejection down, in my head, I was just thinking like, okay, maybe it's time to do a reversal. Same scenario that happened yesterday. Yesterday we had a downtrend all day, and then towards the end of the day we reversed. So I was thinking, okay, maybe we'll reverse with the strength down and news that whatever the news was, but it was negative, and we pretty much broke right back through the monthly VWAP there. And I decided to take a quick back test of this break. So breaking through the monthly VWAP, back testing it, and this trade got me kind of sad because, well, frustrated because the target for these trades are literally to the next round number. So pivot to pivot, or round number to round number. And then we do also have the session VWAP, which is another target, extended target that I was looking at with this trade. It really should have been from here, anywhere in between these two spaces. So roughly anywhere from 100 to 150 points is what that trade pretty much required. And this is a quick 10-point risk, and you're trying to make like 10x your risk. So 10-to-1 risk ratio. And we are basically trying to capture this strong run down and maybe have an extension lower, some follow through to the next round number or VWAP there. So I did get in that short, and of course I didn't hold. At this point I was already up, I think 100, 150. So I am on a small account right now, so I decided to just get out. But you can see the bars here are very vertical. There was really no need to get out. There's no slowdown or nothing. I could have waited for my first target there, easy. But yeah, these bars are very vertical and should have just kind of let it play out there. Or a great short there for me. And then we get a quick retracement. This is another great short there. Maybe we can come and test this VWAP. And then something else happened. Maybe some news or something happened, but it didn't really break or separate above this pivot. Tap the 200 SMA, still below the round number, still below the VWAP, and still behind this pivot up here. So this move shouldn't have scared you too much. This is just kind of misplaced information, doesn't really belong there. So just not saying ignore it, but it's misplaced. So then we get more to the downside. We get straight to the VWAP down there, which was our target. So I decided to, okay, maybe I took a, once we broke here, we kind of gave us a shallow pullback. I decided to take a short here, and I wanted to see if we were going to come all the way down here to the weekly VWAP. At the very least, I wanted to trade to the round number. So I took a short there and I backed it up here at the round number and had a stop for about just right about there. I think I had my stop. So I'm in 2 contracts there and I'm hoping to ride them if I see the strength all the way down here. And then we kind of take our sweet time here, and then we're at the VWAP. I didn't know if it was going to hold as support. I de-risked one contract, and then I took the other one out right above the round number there. And let's see what goes on there. So here's the potential. Another short, if I wanted it, broke through the VWAP, session VWAP. Quick back test, and we could have dumped all the way down here. So right now the immediate momentum is down. The overall trend of momentum has been up all day. I'm just taking some trades to capture this quick momentum that's probably based on news to see how far we're going to take it to the downside. Yeah, so just trading the immediate momentum here, being a little cautious as well. And we might tap this all the way down here. So that's what I was looking at. And then we get a quick strong retracement, equal pivots there. This run is a bit strong, so we do want to see what this run is about. Maybe it is going to retrace all the way back to the monthly VWAP. Since we didn't back test it, we broke it here, quick back test there, but no like deeper retracement back test that we've been seeing. So wanted to see if we possibly get up here, and then once we get up here, short it. I was looking for a short, and we'll get to it. So the idea here is to short at the monthly VWAP that is right there by the round number, and kind of this base that we broke, and want to see if we might hold that as resistance. So let's see what we get. We get another push up here, some shallow pullbacks there, clustering, looking like it just wants to go a little bit vertical there, have an extension there, and then we still hold this curve to it. So another shallow pullback, and then we go. And at this point, this is where I was looking for my other short. I just didn't know if we were gonna poke through just a little bit and then come down. I was kind of looking for that vertical move where they kind of run out of energy and then maybe catch some shoulders just right above, but they caught the shorts a little early. They stepped in front of the VWAP and they were shorting right at this round number. So that's what the trade I was looking for, and I was planning to take this all the way down, at least to the VWAP here. If not, test the bottom, test these lower prices down here. That's the move I was looking for there. And we get that immediately with some strength, and we kind of test this shelf that is from previous prices over here. So this shelf got tested. Seems to be holding that support now, just a little sloppy. So that's pretty much the support that it built itself up. It's a little larger. So yeah, so this is the trade that I wanted. I was pretty much the last idea of the day was shorting this and getting like another continuation of the immediate momentum and hopefully like defending higher prices. It was a good short, you know what I'm saying? So monthly VWAP, number, good short, good strength down, retest of the session VWAP. Set we hold the higher low to this pivot here. So this is a higher low. And then once that happened, this kind of collapsed, this cascading price action here. So this is cascading to the downside where it just rolls over, and then we get some follow through, and then that was a pretty much hit to that move, and that idea is over. Get a lot of strength back up to the upside there. So quick long there if you were looking for something. Maybe you took that and were able to hold and hide behind this round number, but the idea kind of gets a little sloppy there. So pretty much at this point I was done trading. Strength up, strength down, strength up, and yeah, pretty much towards the end of the day. So not really much much to offer. We're back at the round number and the monthly VWAP there. And then we get towards the end of the day, pokes a little bit. This move here, this little poke above was the move I was looking for here, where I was looking for that poke above and then come down, but didn't give it to us. So I had to come back and do it towards the end of the day there. So interesting day, very so not too much to it. Yeah, this I think I managed to walk away with 270 points on this day. Not too bad. The past few days, this week has been very nice with the momentum and easy trends actually. We had a trend down and then reversal towards the end of the day, and today we had a trend up with the reversal towards the end of the day. So not bad day. Not a bad day. Play on words there. So keep an eye on for the gap that we did leave on Monday, I believe. That might get filled tomorrow, or who knows, maybe even when we're all sleeping, it will get tapped when we're all in bed. So this gap here still needs to get filled. I am keeping an eye on that for tomorrow to see if we continue with the bullishness, and that will be a target that I will be trading to. So keep an eye on that. And the gap is in between or around the 18,900. So keep an eye on that. As far as today, not really much to say. Pretty straightforward. I hope I explained it pretty well, my ideas and what I was looking at. And if you were wondering what indicators I have, I could probably possibly make a video about that, but I won't do it in this recap. So, all right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys want to join me live, maybe join me in the morning. If you are wondering how I trade and how I read the market, then I welcome everybody. So this is the Bad Day Trader. Later.